Many of you have been asking, how do you prepare a new deck? Or how do you prepare a deck that you had that you just don't know where to start to read Cartomancy? Well, first of all, this is my deck that I have in the shop. I'll link it below. I really like this deck, and it's a poker deck. And the poker deck has more, it's a wide area. I love this type of deck, especially for you to learn on. But the reason I'm showing you this today is because if you go over to the True Oracle Psychic Shop, you will see that I have the Cartomancy book that I have written. It is on sale, 50% off, a limited time only. Grab it if you can. The link is in the description. And I'm going to show you how to prepare your deck. Now, in this Cartomancy digital download, I tell you all about the elements. I tell you all about the cards, what their meaning is, what type of layout you should have, how you prepare your deck, what each card means, some old meanings, and this is the way that I read. So there's so much more in this deck, and I'm sorry, in this download. It is jam-packed. Now, I have this little trusty pencil here. It's one of the pencils that I use to make the images that you see on these channels that I have and I work on. And this is perfect. You can use whatever pencil. I like to use pencil at first. You can use a pen, whatever you have. But the reason I like to use the pencil is because eventually the pencil wears off. And when it does that, by then you'll know your meanings. And that's a good thing. When you'll start learning what one card means with another card, and so on and so forth. When you get a deck, it comes just like it would any other deck. The suits, it comes in all types of, and I'm going to take these jokers out too. I want to talk to you about those. But the first and foremost thing that I like to do before I shuffle is I like to take the meanings of the cards and I write them on the deck. Now, the first card we have, and you see, I love these little guys. There's a lot of room there for you to write the meanings on. So I'm going to use this hard surface. That's what it's there for. We'll put these to the side, and I'm just going to show you. Now, there's nothing wrong with writing the meanings on the cards. For me, I do not read Cartomancy in reverse, because I feel that there's a lot of cards here that pretty much can tell you what a situation is based on, well, is it a situation or is it a circumstance, and how bad is it? I mean, let's face it, you don't read the cards unless you want to know something, and it goes from there, right? So what you do is you come down here in the digital download and you find the King of Spades. King of Spades, there you go. It's very easy to follow. The King of Spades. This fellow is pretty dominant. He's a male figure. He's got a little bit of narcissistic qualities, I can tell you that. He can be a man of family, but not really a supportive role sometimes. Depends on your reading. Remember, each card plays off the other one. He's an authority figure. He's bossy, he's withdrawn, he's jealous. He can be a lot of things. He can also be a Virgo. You can write that on your cards. I don't usually because I know those. But let's just say he is a dominant male. That gives you an idea, right? You see that? That's how you do this. A dominant male. And then you can say, not family man. And then down here on this side, you can do it down here. You can say he's bossy, he's jealous, right? So there you are. This is the way it looks. Now, many people won't see that, but you will. You'll know it, and that's how you're going to learn. Now look, there's another part you could put here. You could put the birth signs. You could do all kinds of different things with these. This is up to you, and it's in this digital download for you. You can go as far that you want. You don't have to. You can put that here, he's possessive. Right? Not that I spelled that correctly, but he's there. That's how you can do this. Now, I want to talk to you specifically about the jokers, but what you will do is you will continue on. There is the queen. She's a depressive woman. She's mad and angry. She can be actually even cruel. It also tells you about the cards and the elements. Exactly what are the ideas of these elements? Bottom line, how do they feel? What are the emotions? The spades, for me and the way that I read, they're not very good. They're not very good. This is a person who likes to get her own way. She's fond of herself. She's angry. She's cruel. She has ill intent toward many people. And especially if you're reading for someone else, she's got ill intent for that person that you're reading for. Or if you read for yourself, even you. So that's how you do it. That's where we go from there. All right. Now, the other thing is I want to talk to you about these two jokers. You can definitely see the difference in the jokers. And I'm going to pull down here. I want to show you this. See, I even have a little section there about the jokers and what the meanings are. Some decks now, I just want you to know, don't have jokers. I don't like a deck like that. I prefer that you have a joker. See, the two jokers look fairly alike. Usually they are alike. Sometimes I have decks that, there's one difference in the illustration versus another. Usually you get this one. Usually you get the black and white version, and then you get the color version, which is normal. It's usually, well, it's what I like. I prefer that. But I'm going to say this. You can distinguish what a situation can be and how dramatic it is with these two jokers. You can see that during this whole time thing, in fact, I'm going to say, the joker came from the 1860s for a game that was called euchre. You've heard me talk about that. The jokers have been associated with tarot, which is the Fool card, but has no association. Remember, the tarot came from the joker. I'm sorry, not the joker, the playing card. Hello. Okay. So the joker that is less dramatic tells you that there are little secrets. We're going to write that on here. Little secrets. Right there. Little secrets. That will get you started. There's hidden things. Someone is keeping something from the person that you're reading for, or actually reading for yourself. It can mean that a life is being wasted by frivolous living. Someone is living a double life. You see that? Now, this is the joker that is extremely dramatic. This is, I consider, the beast. He shows up to tell us that things are not what they appear to be. That there's some falsehood. I'm going to write that on here. Falsehood. Pardon me, he kind of flew there, didn't he? Some falsehood. You see how that's done? And frankly, I like to write on the cards with a pencil because it doesn't distract. It doesn't distract me. Sometimes you'll see me. In fact, I have a teaching deck. Let me see if I can grab it here and I'll show you what it is. No, that's not it. I'll show you one of these centuries. I should have had it done. I should have had it out here, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Here is, I do have it. Give me a second. Here is the teaching deck that I have. Now you'll see they're written on already and very, very well used. Now when I'm working on the psychic line, and things are going very fast, or I'm working and doing readings like one after the other, boom, 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 sometimes I will use the teaching deck just because it just gives me the ability to remember the cards quickly. But take your time. You can do that. Now, this deck, you know, you've seen me use it. It used to be a teaching deck, you see? It's faded, but look how well used. This deck of cards probably is about, I don't know, 10 years old, at least. So believe me, your cards will last the longest if you take care of them. But I also want to tell you this. The reason that I love to write the meanings on cards, I don't every deck that I get, but the reason that I like to write the meanings on there is because it helps the card to retain that property of that meaning. So the card, by the energy, knows that when you draw it, say I drew this, the card already knows that it is telling us. So when I draw this out in a reading, it's there to say, oh, Zelda, the person that you're reading about, there's something wrong there. There's something really hidden. But here's the rarity, and I love sharing a lot of the cartomancy facts because that's what I learned on. And for me, personally, I get more from a reading from cartomancy than I do the tarot and do the Lenormand. However, I get a very good reading with them as well. But the cartomancy tells me the most. And that's why you see me pull the cartomancy out last in my card readings, because I wanted to confirm. I wanted to fill in the blanks. I wanted to tell me if there are any voids or anything else like that. There are some warnings that go along with this, and the jokers, and it just basically means that there's something about to be revealed that has been hidden for a long time that may be hurtful, and that's what you have to be. Now, I'm also going to tell you, there have been times in the crime community that I have been reading for a person personally, and this fellow has shown up. Actually, both have shown up at the same time. And for me, that tells me, look out. You may be in a dangerous situation. It could be dangerous in as far as financial. It could be dangerous as far as many other things are concerned. That would be up to you if you're reading for them. This is so interesting because as time goes by, you're going to be able to start asking questions. Now, don't be nervous because the cards are there to tell you. Now, the one thing I want to share with you most of all is that when you get your deck of cards, you do not play games with them. This is your deck to read. And you get it in this little case. I'm going to say it comes with a little case here, a little plastic case. When you're done, you keep them in there, you close them up, and you help hold the energy of the readings in with her. Now that you're not going to be contaminating other readings. You want to hold the energy of the cards, not so much the reading, if I said that wrong. So what I do is I just start shuffling. And when I get a new deck of cards like this, I shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then what I do is I go through like this, and I take some like this, and I do this. And one thing you will never see me do is a riffle shuffle. What is a riffle shuffle? Well, a riffle shuffle is where you split the cards like this, see? And then you do this. That throws the energy off for me. Other readers do it, they don't have a problem, but that's from me. So I like to share with you what I like to do, what I don't like to do, but then I just go in here and I start cutting them. And other thing, when I read for people in person, I never allow them to touch the cards. Some readers will say, here, shuffle, or here, cut the cards, and I never do. Another reason I like these cards specifically is because the design only goes one way. So you know that if a card is upside down or in reverse, well, if you want to change it, you can. But for me, it doesn't change the meanings, except for the 9 of Hearts. Let me grab that 9 of Hearts. See, they shuffled pretty well there. They still need to be mixed very, very well. And you just continue to do that. Continue to shuffle. Continue to mix. I'll start using these in my readings more and more. But this 9 of Hearts. Now let me grab this. It's a little stable, a little more stable so I can write on it. Let me grab this 9 of Hearts. This 9 of Hearts is the Yes card. Okay? It's your wish card. It's your, whoa, here we go. It's your dream fulfilled. It's your idea, your goal. However, if this card is ever turned out, and I'll tell you what, I really dig this space because it really allows you to get in there and draw, get in there and write the meanings. But if you ever see it like this, where this middle heart is upside down, I'm going to just write it this way: emotional games. So if it comes out and it's like this for whatever reason, it may be supposedly or supposed to be like this. You'll know if you see that heart, someone is playing emotional games with you or with whomever you're reading for. There's a lot of moving parts in this, my darling, but getting the guide, getting the ability to understand the meanings, the history, the layouts, the card combinations. I even include a few little stories of my own. It's going to be, believe me, it's going to knock off a lot of time learning. It doesn't take long to learn these. And just as an example, an ace of diamonds and a 5 of diamonds together mean the purchase of a new home. So let's see, if you're reading somebody and somebody's saying, am I going to move? Am I going to move, Zelda? Well, first of all, you look for diamonds, because the diamonds are like business, right? Their business, their communication, they're working. So you've got an ace of diamonds here. And if you ever see, now it can be a 5 of diamonds, an ace, or it can be an ace and a 5. Whatever the case may be, see, I've lost it already. So they are shuffling very good. Very well, except for those hearts right there. So when you see that, you know, are you moving? There we go. Ace of diamonds, 5 of diamonds. It means the purchase of a new home, or that you're moving into a new home. So there's all kinds of things about moving in, love, relationships, bad situations, what to do in a bad situation. Believe me, it's fantastic. But here's the thing. A lot of times you'll be reading for people and they don't care about the substance of the reading. They just want to care when. I don't care. When is it going to happen? When is my husband going to come? When is financial going to come? When is that going to happen? And you have to be very cautious and careful about talking about timing, because remember, there is such a thing as free will. So I want to thank you so much for watching, my darlings. I hope you're able to get that Cartomancy download. I hope you're able to write the meanings on your cards. I really enjoy bringing these types of videos for you. And I will see you again very soon. And now you know. When I read my cards, now you'll know. You be well. Bye for now.